welcome to CountryLine TV. I'm Ashley Higginbotham in the studio with Sunny Sweeney. Sunny.
Hey, how are you?
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming out today.
Absolutely.
Now, this is just a stop on your headlining tour.
Yeah, I put a record out recently called Rhinestone Requiem, and we kind of are always on tour. So we're one of those bands that just, people go, "Are you on tour?" And I'm like, "I'm kind of always on tour," but I never really am home for terribly long. But yes, this is an actual record release tour. So we're in the middle of it right now, and kind of goes through the end of the year.
That's so exciting.
It is very exciting. Finally, it takes so long to get a record out because we recorded it over a year ago. So people are getting new music that we've been living with for over a year. So it's kind of like a weird dichotomy.
Yeah. How many tours have you been on?
I mean, I've been doing shows for 20 years. So but
06, right? Was your first album?
That was when my first record came out, but I did my first show in 04.
Wow.
So, I kind of just always, like I said, am always out. I've been on some big tours. I went on tour with Miranda Lambert and Garth Brooks and Blake Shelton and Brad Paisley. And, over the years, I've done actual tours with people. But my stuff, we do our own club dates all year long.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that you've performed at the Opry 77 times.
I keep waiting for them to be just kidding. That was your last time.
How does this happen?
I don't know. It's one of those deals that I started out, as a country singer, really, really having that as a dream. And it came early on. It happened in 2007 for the first time, March of 2007. And it's still very surreal. I don't get nervous anywhere except for at the Opry. So, there's always my friends and my co-writers and my family, they'll always come. And I mean, it's the pinnacle for country singers,
Yeah, it's legendary.
It really is. And it's one of those things that people will ask me sometimes, do you have any more goals? Do you have goals? Yeah, I have goals every single day. But big picture goal, I want to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah. Now, you said that you had your latest album out recently, Rhinestone Requiem. Is that what it was called?
Requiem.
Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So we made what we think is a country record. What we would like country music to sound like, And there's so many different avenues country music can go. It can have more pop, or it can have, more now they're getting into different, avenues all over the place, and it can be more folky or more Americana. But this is more just where my heart is and the genre that actually made me who I am as an artist. Just honky tonk country music, stuff I would want to go into a bar and listen to.
Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting from it.
Thank you.
It's so good. I love
accomplished.
it. What would you say was your favorite song to write on the album?
Okay. My favorite song to write probably is the last song on the album. It's called Half Lit and 3/4 Time. It's a waltz, obviously. I wrote it with two of my best friends, Monty Holmes and Buddy Owens. And essentially, we write together all the time. Us three write together all the time. But that particular night, we were all just kind of not really feeling it. We were just kind of wanting to leave. And we're just talking. We weren't really even discussing writing a song. And then Monty said that title. I was like, and there is what we're writing now. But it takes me back to a time I was not an adult in the 70s, I was a baby. I was born in 76. But if I always say that I was born too late, because I wish I would have been 30 in the 70s, because I would have been a major barfly. I would have been at Gillies every single night. And man, I just really feel like I was born too late because I know that I would have sat in some smoky bars and just like jammed a jukebox, you know?
Yeah. So you said that this album is the kind of music that if you were to go into a bar, what you would want to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would be on that list for you?
Current?
Yeah.
I am obsessed with Zach Top and Jake Worthington. I love their music. I feel like they're doing it the way that it should be done, which is paying homage to the artists that came before us and like making it known via their music. Like you're able to tell their influences without asking them, you know? And that's to me like a really big compliment. I mean that as a compliment to them. I just know that they love and appreciate country music, you know, as I think that it should be presented. So
yeah, that's so cool. I love that.
I love them. Like I get really excited when I'm like, oh, they have new music.
Zach Top has just like blown up recently.
I know, it's wild and it's fantastic because it's honestly I feel like it's going to open a lot of doors for more country artists, you know, to kind of follow suit and stick to their guns and do the thing, you know?
Yeah. On your album, what would you say is probably the most, I don't want to say hardest to perform, maybe like the most emotional song on the album? If there is one.
Yeah, I mean, for different reasons, not like sad emotional, but so I have this. There's an artist that I heard in early 2000s named Casey Chambers. She's an Australian artist. And I just became a giant fan of her, like immediately when I heard her music. And we've become friends over the years. And I finally recorded one of her songs that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. And I actually just got off tour with her a couple weeks ago. We did a run together and we sang the song that I recorded together for the first time. It was awesome, but she's singing on my record. She's singing harmonies, her and her brother. They sang, obviously she sang on hers, but then her brother and her sang the harmony parts on her version of this. It's called Last Hard Bible. So I get like, not like sad emotional, but like, oh my God, like real, very exciting to me.
Like,
it's kind
wow,
of full
this is
circle.
happening.
Yeah, full circle moment for sure.
That's so cool. Also, how does it feel to be on this side of the interview process? Because if I'm not mistaken, you have not one, but 2 shows on SiriusXM.
Yes.
It's the Sunny Side Up morning show.
Sunny Side Up morning show.
And the Sunny Side of Life.
Yes, in Outlaw Country. So I was talking to you earlier about this a little bit because, you know, I've always been on this side. And I don't ever get nervous, like doing an interview because I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. Like I enjoy people asking questions about what I do. And so it's always interesting being on this side of it. But then when I switched over to also doing interviews from your side, I have to admit, I got a little nervous because I'm like, I don't want to screw this up. And, you know, I'll make notes and I'll, you know, make sure I have the song titles right and the co-writers and stuff like that. But I don't ever want to like, I want an artist to feel the way that you're making me feel, which is like you care, you did your research, you know. Do you know what I mean?
Thanks.
Though? Like,
yeah.
Because I've done plenty from this side where it's like, I'm just going, did you listen to my record? Did you
even listen to a song?
So I try to do what you're doing. Like I try to just make people feel welcome and make people feel like they're seen, heard, and that I've, you know, learned about them.
My dad has been a lifelong country music hater. And then I think he heard, what was it? Ain't My Fault, Brothers Osborne.
Uh-huh.
And that he was like, wait a minute. I kind of like this song. And now I'm like pushing other things. I'm like, look,
slowly.
Listen, it's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, my dad's the same way. So I grew up in my mom and stepdad's house and it was constant country and bluegrass and everything. And my stepdad plays guitar and his brother and brother-in-law play guitar. And I always had that kind of influence from my mom's house. But then at my dad's house, my dad and my stepmom listened to like Tom Petty and Neil Young and Stevie Nicks and, you know, more rock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I have like really great parents I tell them all the time, I'm like, y'all know good parenting. Okay. Like y'all really hooked me up with having good influences, even not knowing they were doing it. But my dad really didn't like country music. And so when I started, I made my first record, and I gave my parents a copy, and I gave it to my dad. I said, Daddy, I know that you do not like country music, but there is a song that says the word daddy in it. So, and it's a piece of advice that you gave me. The first song that I ever wrote, I ended up recording. And it's about something my dad said to me when I was little. And anyway, and so he listened to that record, and I remember to this day, like I remember him calling me and go, I honestly cannot believe that I'm about to say this, but this is really good. And I was like, yes. I'm like, don't say it for me, but like say it for, I'm just glad that he's open to it.
Yeah.
So now he like comes to the Opry, and, they're all, I'm not one of those people that didn't have a supportive family. I mean, they've all been like, since day one, like, do what you do, girl. If you want to be in the music business.
See, that's so good though, having a supportive family. They just kind of help you keep on traveling on.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yes. That's the name of your latest single?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What's that about?
So, one of my best friends is named Brennan Lee, and she's an amazing guitar player and singer and songwriter. And we've been friends since 2004. We met very early on in our careers, and we've been writing together about that long. And this song is about, Girl Code is like the greatest part about writing with your best friends is that neither of us will admit who the song actually came from, idea-wise. So we say that it is a song about a person we used to know. Not that I used to know or she used to know. It's a person we used to know. And it's just one of those people in your life that's like, that you shouldn't probably be hanging out with them, but you are, because they're like crack and you can't stop. And that's what this song is about that person.
Been there.
Yeah, we all have.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. And it's like the point where you're literally texting your friends going, oh, I'm at the grocery store, when really you're with that person, because it's like so obvious that you should not be with that person.
Yeah.
So that's where that idea came from, and a lot of ideas happen like that, where it comes from really bad stuff that happens in your life. Not bad, but situations where, as a functioning citizen, of society, you're smart enough, and I'm smart enough to know if something's not right, but sometimes you just can't get out of it.
Yeah. So
that's where a lot of, you put yourself, my therapist told me once, I think you put yourself in these situations to have songs to write about. And I was like, oh, really? Is that what I do?
Oh my gosh. But you know what? It's great. It's an awesome song. I have
Thank
listened
you.
to it multiple times now. It's
Thank
so
you
good.
so much.
Yeah, I love it. When can people listen to you on both of your shows?
So in the mornings, Monday through Friday, Willie's Roadhouse, Channel 61, 6 a.m. to noon Eastern. And then Monday through Friday in the afternoons, 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern on Outlaw Country, 62 is the channel. And then on Saturdays, 2 to 6 on Outlaw Country.
Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
Oh my gosh, you are just so sweet. Thank you so
you.
much for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your tour.
I will, and I hope to see you again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks.